Welcome to Wrestling Mind Games, where we bring you the best that there is in the world of pro wrestling. Let's jump straight to the topic of today. We're going to talk about AEW All In. And specifically, we're going to talk about the main event of AEW All In Texas, which will take place in a couple of weeks from now, Saturday, July 12th. Between Jon Moxley, the AEW World Champion, and Hangman Adam Page. As you can see today, I'm wearing the All In t-shirt from last year in London, in Wembley Stadium. It was an amazing year. I was attending both 2024 and 2025 All In. Obviously, the first one was way bigger with the record-breaking attendance, a lot of people in London. I was excited. It was an amazing time to be there. And then following here, it was still great, obviously with Daniel Bryan defeating Swerve. Amazing moment as well. Final countdown, singing by everybody, sang by everybody. It was amazing. This year is going to be quite different because we're going to get Texas, so a new location. I felt All In needed a change, even though AEW is going to go back this year to London for Forbidden Door. But Texas is going to bring a different energy. And people are looking forward to this show. We must say that for the last couple of months, people were not excited. People were kind of like disappointed for AEW. People were like bored about Jon Moxley, what he was doing, what he was bringing to the table. A lot of people are actually pissed off because the briefcase that is covering the AEW World title has been there for a long time. And I feel it's time that the hero gets the briefcase, opens it, and becomes the new AEW World Champion. And Hangman Adam Page seems to be the person that was chosen for this job. At the same time, Jon Moxley, even though it's been a bit boring in my opinion, has been bringing a lot of energy, a lot of fire from a lot of people. And Orange Cassidy and has been one of the ones that was brought in a lot of fire. Darby Allin was another one. But at the same time, there's always been a fan favorite in Hangman Adam Page, the guy that was supposed to defeat him. Now, the story really has to start yet. We're going to see this Wednesday at AEW Dynamite, what's going to happen. But I can feel that the story is going to be start to get developed. Of course, we have two allies that are going to be eventually on the side of Hangman and Page. And I feel that, that Riders are a strong group. So definitely there is need of people that are going to help Hangman. Swerve Strickland is definitely going to be one of these two. And we can see that another aerial assassin is going to be joining forces with them. But of course, the story between Swerve and Hangman Adam Page is going to be one for the ages. And we're going to see if Swerve is going to help eventually Adam Page to become again AEW World Champion. Is going to become a problem for him. Because let's face it, he's not sure that Jon Moxley is going to be dethroned as the champion. We can see a recent example with WWE and Roman Reigns being almost 3 years, actually more than 3 years if I'm correct, WWE Universal Champion and then Undisputed WWE Champion. We all thought that Cody was going to defeat him, but then it took another additional year for Cody to become WWE Champion before losing the title to John Cena, but that's not a story for another day. So what about Tony Khan actually made Jon Moxley retain the title? Maybe with some shenanigans from Swerve Strickland? Or maybe Will Ospreay becoming the guy that actually doesn't help in the end Adam Page and makes Jon Moxley once again retain? This could be another scenario that not a lot of people are talking about. We're still early, there is still time before this happens, but we can see that something like that could happen. Then we're gonna have another very interesting match. Toni Storm and Mercedes Moné. Now, these girls have been fighting before, or at least have been close before in WWE. Now, Mercedes Moné, she just said that she wanted one match before joining before joining AEW, and she wanted Toni Storm. Toni Storm was one of the main reasons why Mercedes Moné signed with AEW. This was said during the last conference after the last pay-per-view of AEW, Double or Nothing. They just had the first segment in ring together where Toni Storm and Mercedes Moné had a dance-off at the very end of AEW Dynamite. And it was a nice segment. I feel this girl are gonna bring pure fire, and this might become one of the top match of the night. What do you think is gonna win? Of course, Mercedes Moné has been collecting belts as similar to what Kenny Omega has been doing as the belt collector. I feel that she might become eventually the AEW Women's World Champion. I'm not sure this is gonna be the case though, because Toni Storm is creating a very strong case for her to be one of the top wrestler, both women and men, in all of AEW. She's been amazing. Her feud with Mariah May has been one of the top feud of the last year and of this year. And of course, Mariah May is gonna go to WWE now. But what we can see is that Toni Storm is still the strongest woman and maybe among the top wrestler or AEW. Mercedes Moné has been having a rough time in the beginning. She has not been a fan favorite, but her ring performance has always been one of the top performing of AEW, no doubt about that. Her in-ring skills are amazing. The mix skills, sometimes she might sound as boring, but actually in the last couple of months I've been having different thoughts about Mercedes Moné. She's been bringing the fire that everybody wanted her to see from the very get-go. So who do you feel is going to win, Toni Storm or Mercedes Moné? And we still have another match that wasn't announced yet officially, but we all know that this is coming. This is gonna be one huge match, and we're gonna get the Rainmaker, KAZUCHIKA Okada versus Kenny Omega. And this is a match that I am both excited but a bit worried about, because of course expectations can kill something, right? So these guys have one of the best history in terms of like quality of matches, one of the top stars from Dave Meltzer in terms of like votes. But what about this match? Do we think that this is gonna be another great match, or is this just gonna be another AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura fail? We of course want AEW and wrestling in general to be good, so I can imagine that they're gonna have a great match, and I can imagine that this is gonna be a match which is gonna bring winner takes all, international champ and continental champ. I would love to them to become just simply an intercontinental champ, because that would make more sense. There are too many belts in AEW. So do you think this is gonna be one of the steal of the night, or it's gonna be just another match? Let me know what you think in the comment. So how much are you excited about AEW All In? Are you gonna attend in Texas? Are you gonna be there? I'm not sure yet if I'm gonna attend this year, just because it's not easy for me as I'm in Europe. But at the same time, I look forward to hear what you think about all of the match that we discussed today. Thank you very much for your time, and I'll see you soon on the web.